Welcome to the Health Force product training on truly natural vitamin C. So I want to start off by talking a little bit about the functions that vitamin C performs in our body. It's really so much more than just an immune boosting vitamin. First, vitamin C is essential for the production of steroid hormones in our adrenal glands. Certainly, our sex organs, gonads, and ovaries produce steroid hormones, things like estrogen and testosterone and progesterone, etc. But our adrenal glands also produce those hormones to a lesser extent, and vitamin C is really critical for our adrenal glands to be able to do that effectively. And in fact, our body's highest levels of vitamin C are found in our adrenal glands and also in our brain tissues. Vitamin C is also necessary for the synthesis of collagen. Collagen is the most prolific protein found in our bodies. It's the main component of connective tissue. It's an important structural component of skin, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, bone, blood vessels, teeth, gums, heart valves, cornea, capillaries, invertebral discs, and our GI tract. Obviously, collagen really a critical uh, protein in our bodies. And in fact, the condition known as scurvy is really effectively a collagen deficiency because you don't have the vitamin C necessary to synthesize collagen effectively. Vitamin C also plays an important role in the synthesis of norepinephrine, which is a stress hormone with functions similar to adrenaline in our body. This particular hormone can also function as a neurotransmitter, though, and it's known to affect mood in its neurotransmitter functions. Vitamin C is required for the synthesis of an amino acid known as carnitine, which is essential for the efficient burning of fat in our body's cells. And vitamin C plays an important role in immune system function, as we discussed. All our white blood cells of our immune system have receptor sites for vitamin C, and as vitamin C locks into those receptor sites, our white blood cells really are able to function effectively. Really, vitamin C critical for the effective function of our white blood cells. And vitamin C is also the major water-soluble antioxidant in our body. And that function, it protects molecules like proteins, fats, carbohydrates, DNA, and RNA from damage by free radicals. Vitamin C also has the ability to regenerate other spent antioxidants like vitamin E and glutathione, for example, back into their active forms. So many different functions of vitamin C in our body. These are actually just a few. There are many more. So let's talk about what happens when you don't get enough vitamin C. Effectively, you end up with a disease known as scurvy. And the initial symptoms of scurvy usually appear as general fatigue, which is probably related to the diminished levels of carnitine and norepinephrine that happen when you don't have enough vitamin C. As this disease advances, however, you get symptoms like bruising easily, slow wound healing, hair and tooth loss, gingivitis, which could be swelling and bleeding of the gums, joint pain and swelling, and bleeding from the mucous membranes, including some bleeding from hair follicles, apparently bleeding from under your nails could happen as well. And these symptoms are very related to the weakening of the blood vessels and the connective tissue in the bone, all of which contain collagen, which you can't make enough of if you're deficient in vitamin C. So scurvy is actually pretty rare in modern countries because you can really avoid symptoms, overt symptoms, by consuming as little as 10 milligrams of food-based vitamin C daily. I mean, that's like you get more vitamin C in a potato than is necessary to prevent scurvy. So it's very rare you see this disease. However, it's probably true that while people are eating enough vitamin C to prevent overt symptoms of scurvy, most people are not eating enough vitamin C for optimal health. So when you go to a health food store and purchase a vitamin C supplement, 95% of the time when you look at the supplement facts panel, you'll see the phrase ascorbic acid next to vitamin C. So these supplements are basically calling vitamin C ascorbic acid, and Truth be told, ascorbic acid is not vitamin C. It's a part of the vitamin C complex, but there's a lot more than just ascorbic acid in the vitamin C complex. Ascorbic acid is actually a purified, isolated compound which is produced in laboratories via a five-step chemical process from glucose. And that glucose is usually derived from GMO corn sugar, effectively. So, all vitamin activity in our body occurs as multi-step biochemical interactions. And these vitamin activity only happens when all the cofactors and components of the entire vitamin complex, key phrase here, vitamin complex, are present and working together in a specific time sequence. So to be truthful, there really is no such thing as vitamin C or vitamin B1 or any of these other vitamins. I mean, because all vitamin activity is produced by multiple compounds working together in a reaction to produce the vitamin activity. So you can't really point to one specific compound and say, look, there's vitamin C. In the case of vitamin C, in addition to the ascorbic acid, you've got bioflavonoids like rutin and factor K, factor J, factor P, tyrosinase and ascorbinogen and various minerals and other yet to be discovered components that really work together as a team to produce the vitamin C activity. If any of these cofactors are missing, there's not going to be any vitamin C activity. So if you don't eat a really nutritious diet and you're deficient in bioflavonoids, let's say, when you consume ascorbic acid, your body's not going to be able to produce any vitamin C activity with that ascorbic acid because there's no bioflavonoids that it can draw on in your tissues to complement that ascorbic acid to produce the vitamin C activity. And really what happens when you take megadoses of these synthetic vitamins like ascorbic acid is you really end up with nutrient deficiencies and imbalances with long-term use, because every time you consume ascorbic acid, your body has to figure out what to do with that. And basically it says, well, I know I can steal all these cofactors from my tissues and add them to the ascorbic acid I just consumed to produce vitamin C activity. But if you don't have a really nutritious diet and you're not eating a lot of foods with bioflavonoids, for example, you could potentially run out of bioflavonoids after taking megadoses of ascorbic acid. And then once that happens, you could take all the ascorbic acid you want, and you're not going to get any vitamin C activity being produced in your body. So obviously these synthetic vitamins, of which ascorbic acid is an example, are not ideal because they can create nutrient imbalances in your body with long-term use and when you take megadoses of them. And some of the vitamin C supplements in the stores, you'll see words like sodium ascorbate or calcium ascorbate for vitamin C. And in these cases, what's been done is you've got a calcium or sodium ion that's been added to the ascorbic acid to neutralize the acidity of the ascorbic acid. One of the side effects of taking ascorbic acid is tooth decay and nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. This is basically happening because this is a highly acidic substance. I mean, if you brush your teeth with ascorbic acid, it won't be long before you produce some pretty serious damage to your teeth because this is such an acidic substance. So companies basically add an alkalizing mineral like calcium or sodium to neutralize the acidity of the substance so you don't get any of those side effects like diarrhea from taking large doses of calcium or sodium ascorbate. But this doesn't prevent you from stealing the cofactors you need to add to the ascorbic acid to get vitamin C activity produced in your body when you take these substances. So these substances still potentially steal cofactors from your tissues and create nutrient imbalances in your body with long-term consumption. So obviously these synthetic vitamin C supplements are not ideal. What really is ideal is getting your vitamin C and really all other vitamins from actual food, because when you consume a food that's rich in vitamin C, you get not just the ascorbic acid, but all these other cofactors are naturally present in the food. That's how food works. Food contains all the other cofactors of these vitamins so that you can get vitamin activity out of these foods very effectively. Let's talk a little bit about the recommended daily allowance for vitamin C. How much vitamin C should we be consuming? First, it's helpful to know that most animals actually have the ability to make all the vitamin C they need within their own bodies. Humans, on the other hand, are not able to do that. We lack the ability to produce one of the four enzymes which are necessary for vitamin C synthesis from glucose. And as a result of that, we have to eat vitamin C. We got to get it. This is why we call it a vitamin. Vitamins are things that we don't produce in our bodies. We have to get from our diet. So we have to eat vitamin C to get this compound. And being a water-soluble vitamin, vitamin C is really not stored in any kind of significant quantity in our bodies, which means that we have to consume this vitamin practically every day to avoid deficiency symptoms like scurvy. Recommended dietary allowances for vitamin C in the USA used to be about 60 milligrams a day for men and women, but in the year 2000, those were uh, basically adjusted upwards, and now the recommendations are 90 milligrams per day for men and 75 milligrams per day for women. And for smokers, that goes a little higher. You need to increase the RDA by 35 milligrams a day for men and women. So for men, the RDA, if you're a smoker for vitamin C, would be 125 milligrams per day. For women, it would be 110 milligrams per day if they're women are smokers. Also for pregnant women, recommended to consume at least 85 milligrams per day. For lactating women, up to 120 milligrams per day minimum are really recommended. And so while these recommendations are certainly enough to prevent any overt symptoms of scurvy, there's a lot to suggest that we could benefit by consuming significantly more than these recommended amounts of vitamin C. For example, animals that can produce their own vitamin C typically live between 8 and 10 times their maturity age. So if it takes an animal 20 years to fully mature into an adult, that animal will be able to live 8 to 10 times that, so 160 to 200 years before it passes. Animals, however, that cannot produce their own vitamin C typically live between 3 and 4 times their maturity age. So humans, as an example of an animal that cannot produce vitamin C, takes us about 20 years to fully grow into an adult, and therefore multiplying that by 3 to 4 times, humans live between 60 and 80 years typically before we die. So animals that can produce their own vitamin C seem to have longer lifespans, and there's certainly been numerous studies indicating that when we consume more vitamin C, we get lots of benefits from that. So while these recommendations are present, we want to be aware of the fact that they're probably not adequate for optimal health. They're just adequate to avoid symptoms, overt symptoms of vitamin C deficiency. Let's talk now about the Health Force vitamin C supplement that we call Truly Natural Vitamin C. First of all, the serving size for this supplement is 1.5 teaspoons. This is a powder, so the serving size effectively 1 heaping teaspoon. And in that heaping teaspoon, you get 302 milligrams of vitamin C approximately, which is about 5 times the old recommended daily allowance of 60 milligrams of vitamin C per day. Now, just an FYI, we've been testing the vitamin C content of this supplement every single batch for years now, and we've yet to have a batch come back with less than 500 milligrams of vitamin C per serving. So we're only claiming 302 milligrams per serving vitamin C in this product because that's what our supplier is willing to claim. But as I said, we've tested every single batch for years now, and we've yet to have a batch come back less than 500 milligrams of vitamin C per serving. So this product is 100% food, and we feel that food sources of the entire vitamin C complex are the only way to get your vitamin C, and because they contain all the cofactors required for vitamin C activity in your body in addition to the ascorbic acid. And this product is naturally buffered. There's no sodium or calcium ions added to the ascorbic acid in this product. That's not necessary because acerola cherries, which are the vitamin C source in this supplement, are extremely rich in alkalizing minerals already. So this is actually a net alkalizing source of vitamin C because of the abundance of alkalizing minerals in these cherries. Formula composition is effectively just two ingredients. First ingredient, water extracted acerola cherry extract, and then there's a small amount of non-GMO maltodextrin added as a drying medium. That's really necessary to prevent this product from clumping. If there were no drying medium in this product, you'd open up a bottle and you'd need a knife to dig out any product. It would clump so severely. So really, anytime you dry a fruit into a powder, there has to be some kind of a drying medium present, or the fruit will be incredibly sticky and clump very readily. And really, all the other vitamin C supplements on the market are using some kind of a drying medium to dry their fruit extracts onto. Many of them, however, aren't claiming the drying medium on their label, but they're still using it. We're actually honest enough to put our drying medium on our label, non-GMO maltodextrin. This is certainly a small percentage of the formula. The water extracted acerola cherry is the vast majority of this supplement. Acerola cherry is an extremely rich source of vitamin C. There's 65 times more vitamin C in one acerola cherry than an orange. Typically, it only takes 2 to 3 acerola cherries to fulfill your daily vitamin C requirements. And acerola cherries are rich in many other nutrients in addition to vitamin C. Various minerals and other vitamins, antioxidants are present in acerola cherries in addition to vitamin C. This product is 100% Truganic. We've tested this product for solvent residues, for 292 different pesticides, for radiation, for GMO contamination, and we found zero detectable levels of all these contaminants in the product. Another really great aspect of this product is the way it's packaged. Our EcoFresh nutrient lock packaging here with amber glass, with a metal lid and a rubber seal, oxygen absorber in the bottle. You know, oxygen cannot get through glass. It can get through plastic. All plastic is permeable to oxygen to some extent. And vitamin C is the most easily destroyed by heat, light, and oxygen of any of the vitamins. And so if you package your vitamin C supplement in plastic, oxygen slowly getting through that plastic and oxidizing the vitamin C as it sits on the shelf. That's not the case with this supplement. No oxygen can get through this glass. The oxygen absorber is absorbing the oxygen inside the glass, and the amber glass is absorbing the damaging wavelengths of light. So a very well packaged product. This is really a fabulous way to get your vitamin C. Finally, now let's discuss how to use this product. First, we have two different sizes available. We have a 500-gram bottle, which is effectively a 3-month supply, and a 6-ounce bottle, which is effectively a 1-month supply. And you can do 1.5 teaspoons or more per day with this product. It's probably best to refrigerate the product, but storing it at room temperature is certainly acceptable as well because of the quality packaging system that we have with this product. In terms of how to take it, the taste is fairly pleasant. A lot of people just put it in plain water. You can mix it with juice, various nut or seed milks, freshly made smoothies. You can add some Vitamin Green and Vitamin Earth with the product in your smoothie. There are really many different ways to take this. Obviously, you wouldn't want to heat this powder. You wouldn't want to put it in hot tea. That could potentially damage some of the vitamin C content. But as long as you put this in anything that's room temperature or colder, you're pretty much good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this training. Hope you learned a lot about vitamin C, and I hope you enjoy using truly natural vitamin C to supplement the vitamin C levels in your diet.